Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Samastajana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Ramanaya. Okay. In the last class, we were studying about what is the meaning of Shravanam, Mananam, and Nididhyasanam, that chapter. So we saw different people, how they think about Shravanam. Okay? Two aspects are given. One who listens to Guru, whatever the Guru says. Other is a realized master or when a great advanced teacher teaching to Shastra, or somebody gives without Shastric knowledge his own experience in any form of language. So two types of Shravanam. But then in 5th and 6th verse, these two are concised. Ultimately, Ramana Maharshi's view. What is Shravanam? Shrutva Vedanta Vakyani Nija Vakyani Va Guroho Janmantariya Punyena Jnatva Vobhayamantara Aham Pratyaya Moolam Tvam Sharirade Vilakshanaha Itidam Shravanam Chittat Shravanam Vastuto Bhavet. The final conclusion or declaration of Ramana Maharshi, what is Shravanam? In 2 verses, he summarized. So, 15th chapter, 5th and 6th verse. Guroho Acharyat Vedanta Vakyani Upanishad Vakyani Atmaswarupa Bodhakani Nija Vakyani Guru Vakyani Va Shrutva. Two types of. It says Guroho, that is Acharya. Vedanta Vakyani, listening to it, Acharya, the statements and declarations of Upanishads. Vedanta Upanishad Vakyani. What do? Atmaswarupa Bodhakani. Atmaswarupa Bodhakani, they trigger. Eventually, these statements direct you towards awakening to your own self. That these statements which will point you a direction. They are like pointers. Or listening to that kind of teacher, or Nija Vakyani Guru Vakyani Va Shrutva, or listening to a guru's words of his own experience. He may not quote Shastra, Vedanta, etc. Ubhayamantara Vedanta Vakya Guru Vakya Bhyam. So there are two types of listeners, which we saw. One is, one listening is go to a teacher who is a Pandit, who is a Shastrajna, who is a master in Shastras. He will give you the word meaning and Shastra Chintanam, makes you understand language of Shastra. One type of a guru. So one type of Shravanam is go. But for this kind of a Shravanam, who is eligible? Dvija alone is eligible. Dvija means twice born. Means what? One who is capable of listening to or understanding the terminology, the technology, the technological words. In that professional class using Vedantic verbatim, left and right. So they talk. So if you go to some Shastra Charcha, you cannot make out anything out of it. You can make nothing out of it. Because that language, that sambandha, we are not trained in that way. So we don't know. So there are some people eligible to listen to such kind of language. You may get ego. Hey, I have learned from this one 20, 30 years I've been listening. Even then, you never tasted that language. You never tasted that language because you were never exposed. Because to even ordinary teachers cannot explain that. These are deep texts are there. Some people listening, one kind of listeners. Second type of is a guru. He may not quote scriptures, but he gives, he talks. He may share his insights, he may share his understanding. These two types of listeners. One is Shastra listening, there's other one is his own experience, his own understanding. A guru shares in his own language. Not a traditional language. I have seen somebody, ahankari. I am telling ahankari why? Because he was stuck up in one kind of Shravanam. So he called all other great spiritual organizations in the world. Oh, they speak Bajar Bhasha of Vedanta. हम शास्त्रीय भाषा बात करते हैं. वो लोग क्या बात करते हैं? बाजार. ऐसा नहीं होता है. तो अहंकार क्या है? I have learned some scriptures from a शास्त्रज्ञ in a शास्त्रिक language. क्या caught up है? You know, to come out of jnana ahankara is difficult. So this one, two type of listeners. Other is listening. But इनके अलावा third type of श्रवणम is there. वो कौन सा श्रवणम है? That's what he says. So ubhayam antara. Apart from these two types of श्रवणम्स, Vedanta Vakya Guru Vakyabhyam Vina Api. Without listening to a traditional teacher in a traditional language, or listening to a teacher who may not use traditional language but he uses his own language, local bhasha. Simple terms. Many Mahatmas are there. Bina, without these two also. Vina Api Janmantariya punyena atita janma acharita sukrutena va. Because of many lives punya he gained. A person. Because of many lives of going through this, jnatva viditva aham pratyaya moolam uddeshyam. He has understood. By many lives of punya. He never heard anybody outside. So this, suddenly he thinks from his own thought. Nobody told him. He never heard satsang. He says, मैं कहाँ से आया हूँ? क्यों आया हूँ? Why did I come from? Where did I come from? Why did I come? What is this? What will happen after death? Who was I before birth? First of all, is there anything? Who am I? That kind of because of Purva Punya, those questions arise. Otherwise, what happens? If the Purva Punya is not there. And such people are born in such a family. I mean, there is no traditional listening and all, but this environment is created. Or even if it is not created externally, internally that spark rises. Therefore, some people are there. they do Shravanam. How? See. Tvam vidheyam aham pratyayasya aham asmi iti vrittirupasya pratyayasya moolam ashrayo yaha sa eva tvam shariradehe vilakshanoshi shariradi व्यतिरिक्तः इति इदं चित्तात् श्रवणं वस्तुतः श्रवणं भवेत्. Now, because of Purva Janma Punya, he gets into this, he gets an idea. Hey, this I am there, but this I is, he just realized out of experience, it is changing. Sometimes I am happy, sometimes I am unhappy. But I am illuminating both these things. Pata nahi, मैं कौन हूँ? Sometime like this, sometime like that. When he start thinking that way, he will listen inner voice. What the inner voice says? You are different from the body, etc. कुछ सुना नहीं किसी से, पूर्व जन्म पुण्य, मैं शरीर नहीं हो सकता हूं. He has understood. विलक्षणोषि शरीरादि व्यतिरिक्तः इति इदं चित्तात् श्रवणम. He listens from his own deeper states of mind or consciousness. That is real Shravanam. Who said this? Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi. You go to any Acharya, what is Shravanam? Shastradhyayanam, Guru Mukataha, Shravanam. Oh. Bhagavan said this is not Shravanam. This may help you, samskar. Then it will come back. Why this Shravanam? मैं भी सुना हूँ, आप भी सुन रहे हो, मैं भी सुनता हूँ, आप भी सुनते हो. इससे क्या फायदा निकलता है? बिकॉज अंदर से आवाज़ तो हमको नहीं आ रहा है. हमारे आवाज़ अंदर से यही आती है कि तुम उठो, उसको टोपी पहनाओ, वहाँ जाओ, वहाँ पे स्विग्गी में ऑर्डर कर लो, वहाँ जाके मजा कर लो, वो मूवी देख लो. इस तरह की आलोचना आती है, आलोचनाएं, कई थॉट्स. Therefore, ayam bhavaha. What is the meaning? Kadachit kasyachit punya purushasya. Somehow, for someone, in some time. Sadachit kasyachit. Somebody, in some time. Punya purushasya. Of a person who had done lot of punya in Bahirhi Guru Upadesha Nirapeksham. Without absolutely not depending, without depending on any external guru. Totally independent. No external guru. Nirapeksham. Vedantarthabodham vina. Without even listening to Vedanta, thinking about the meaning of the Vedanta, without all this. Natvam dehaha nava ahankaraha etad vyatiriktoham evam tvam evatvam. My dear, you are not this body, you are not this ego. Oh. It is not a useless thought. हम भी बोलते हैं, आई एम नॉट द बॉडी, आई एम नॉट द इंटेलेक्ट. कोल्ड आ गया, दौड़ते डॉक्टर के पास. दौड़ो, ले लो, बट दैट यू कम एट दैट मोमेंट यू आर नॉट अवेयर, यू बिकम अ सिक. सो वे आर यू? आई एम सिक पेशेंट. ऑल वेदांत ज्ञान एंड ऑल दैट भाड़ में गए. यू गो टू डॉक्टर. But you go to doctor, how you go to doctor? Like you take your car to a mechanic shed for repair. अरे भाई जरा इसको रिपेयर करा दो. सर बियॉन्ड रिपेयर, तो छोड़ दो, तुम सेकंड हैंड में बेच देना, मैं जा रहा हूँ. मैं जा रहा हूँ, मैंने डॉक्टर बोलेगा रिपेयर नहीं होगा तुम्हारा बॉडी, तो ठीक है रख ले तुम, जो करना है कर, जो मैं जा रहा हूँ. दैट इज द मीनिंग. काम आएगा तो जरा आंख और आर्गन किसी को देना है तो दे दो भाई, ठीक है, हाँ मैं जा रहा हूँ भाई. कब तक चलाएंगे? किससे गाड़ी, बेकार गाड़ी है, खराब हो गया, क्या करना है, चल. How many of you have that kind of a joyful disposition towards the body? सारे वेदांत खत्म. Guy, we don't practice. Practice means not even the practice word. अभी आज रावण महर्षि थप्पड़ देंगे सबको. But we are not interested in practicality. We are only thinking intellectual. So, iti evam artha antarvag udeti. The inner voice comes out. That's why a great master, it is called as antarvani or voice of the silence. Silence, how can? Yes, when you become silent, you can hear that voice. When a mind is calm and still, then I listen to that voice. Then that is my guru. That's what it says. Antarvak udeti, the inner voice rises. Tasya vachaha shravanameva paramartha shravanam. Listening to that inner voice alone is called listening. Oh. Itarat shravanam shastroktam, other kind of listening. Shastrokta shravanam. संधि लगाओ, अन्वय लगाओ, चिंतन मंथन करो, तर्क लगाओ, रीजनिंग लगाओ, ये करो, वो करो, रट लेना. एंड देन कोई बेचारा दुबला पतला आदमी मिल गया तो उससे भिड़ देना या आर्ग्यूमेंट करना, उसको हरा देना. दिस काइंड ऑफ अननेसेसरी श्रवणम रिजल्ट ऑफ ऑल दिस. अन्यत श्रवणम, इफ इट ऑल यू लिसन टू दैट अदर लिसनिंग, केवलम संस्कारदायकम. It only gives a little samskara. Instead of going to a club, you go to Chinmaya Mission. That's it. What do you do? I'm just giving. It's an illogical thought. बस फिर भी ऐसे बात करता हूँ. But there are some people. What do you do on those days when there is no activity in the Chinmaya Mission? I'm not answering for you. You answer. Number one. ऐसा मौका मुझे कभी मिलता ही नहीं. मुझे बहुत कुछ करना पड़ता है. इवन बैठे रहता हूँ, सुबह दिमाग में ये करना है, वो करना है, वो ये काम रहेगा, वो करना है. Number one. There are some people, even though there is no satsang, they go to that their temple or spiritual ashram and sit quietly, meditate, or go and do some work in ashram. There are people, very few in the world. Not only mission, it's not only Chinmaya Mission I'm talking. They are always available every day. आज कोई काम है क्या आश्रम में, और कुछ है, कुछ कर सकता हूँ क्या, कर सकती हूँ क्या. So the samskara brings them. But our samskaras are okay, good. But whenever there is a class announced, and how many of you, puja, ओ भीड़ लग जाती है यहाँ पूरा. पूजा संस्कार इज मोर बिकॉज पीपल आर ऑलवेज उत्सव प्रियास. उत्सव प्रियास. But those really understood, they will enjoy Utsav also. They enjoy the Vedic chanting of. Somebody told me yesterday, after the puja night, 12 o'clock. How many of you were there yesterday night, 12 बजे तक? हाथ उठाओ। 12 बजे तक रात को। So some person came to me. The person said, my hair is standing erect. I said, what happened? I saw Shiva standing there with a Trishul. And I tried to click photograph. Only yellow आया, कुछ नहीं आया। शिवलिंग आप वहीं पे खड़े हुए, खड़े मैंने यहाँ तक दिख रहा था पूरा। I said, you are blessed. तो मैंने ऐसे कहा, शिव जी इज देयर, आप प्रार्थना करो, मांग लो जो मांगना है। ऋषिस वर देयर, गुरुदेव वाज देयर। दिमाग में कीड़ा घुस गया ना, हम रिचुअल से परे है, पर ब्रह्म है, रिचुअल नीचे है, गए। रियल ज्ञानी sees everything as a beautiful. There is no conflict in him. Ramana Maharshi used to sit for Matrabhuteshwaralayam puja also. अरुणाचल मंदिर में जाकर बैठ जाते थे कभी कभी। अरुणाचल देख के गाना गाते थे। Who? Ramana Maharshi. That we don't take. We take only convenient philosophy. What did he say? He never visited any temple. I don't want to. But he used to meditate continuously, sitting there. That I cannot do. What I will do, what I can do. That's it. This is our logic. गुरुदेव टाइम पे नाश्ता करते थे, लंच करते थे, डिनर करते थे। What he can do, I can do. He can do many things which I cannot do. I can follow what I can follow. What is he follow? Breakfast, lunch, dinner. बहुत बड़े अच्छे फॉलोअर्स है ना हम। केवल संस्कारदायकम। Only samskara you get. And when these talks are announced, anywhere, all over the world, any organization, any Mahatma, any talk, I'm talking. Any talk. But some people, you have that samskara, not to listen. That's why you are here. So what is happening to us when such a listening talks to, when we listen to, I'm also listening to this speech. So it makes our samskara. Strong impressions are created, which will protect us from going into wrong directions. Wrong means nothing wrong. In other directions of pursuits. ठीक है. So samskaradayakam. चित्तात श्रवणम इति यत्र चित्तपदम अंतर उपलक्षणम. Chittat Sravana means not your mind here. Chitta is don't mind. Antar Upalakshana. Upalakshana means Chitta is only visible. Voice coming from somewhere deep. Bahya Vag Vyavartanartham cha. It is completely reverse of the Bahya Vag, external speech. It is not a thought also. It is not a thought. But somewhere deep. Because that voice comes only when my mind is silent. My mind is occupied in the world outside that I cannot listen. I can't listen to that voice. That's why Guru says, I have been talking to you, but you are not listening to me. I heard one Mahatma telling to him, मैं तो पता बोलते आ रहा हूँ, तुम सुनता नहीं हो. गुरु जी मैं कैसा तो ना इतना you are busy with the cluster and clamor of your noises in the head. बात सुनते नहीं हो. मैं बहुत कोशिश कर रहा हूँ तुम तक पहुँचने के लिए. Think. So चित्तात श्रवणमिति अत्र चित्तपदम अंतर उपलक्षणम बाह्य वाक् व्यावर्तनार्थम च स्वात्मस्वरूप बोधिका इयम ईदृशी अंतर्वाणी. This antarvani which actually awakens us to that state of realization. Swatma Swarupa Bhodika Iyam Antarvani Iyam Idrushi Antarvani Kadapi Kasyapi Punya Purushasya Sravanam Upagacchati. For a Punya Purusha, at any time this internal voice, like Samartha Ramdas. शादी में खड़े हो गए, शादी होने वाली है, सावधाना, अरे बोल मैं क्या कर क्या रहा हूं, बुया मैं समथिंग अवेकेंड हिज सोल, दिस वर्ड इमीडिएटली इन द, अरे संसार में क्यों फंसना चाहते हो, जल भाग. ऐसा दौड़ा कोई पकड़ नहीं पाया. लेकिन श्रीधर स्वामी, बात हो रही थी घर पे, महात्मा लोग कैसे छोड़ जाते हैं, तो चर्चा हो रही थी घर पे, महात्मा लोग इस तरह से घर छोड़ के चले जाते थे. अच्छा, तो चर्चा में श्रीधर स्वामी फैमिली मेंबर तो बोले नो ऐसा नहीं जाते हैं, दे डोंट गो लाइक दैट, आप जैसे कह रहे हैं ऐसा नहीं छोड़ के नहीं जाते घर ऐसा महात्मा लोग. तो तू बताओ कैसे जाते हैं. मैं बताता हूँ. एक गांचा लिया, कंधे पे डाला, निकल गया, बाहर नहीं आए वापस. मैं दिखाता हूँ आपको कैसे जाते हैं, मैं दिखाता हूँ. आप चर्चा कर रहे हैं ना ऐसे जाते हैं, मैं दिखाता हूँ कैसे जाते हैं. चला गया. ही नेवर रिटर्न होम. What happened at that time? Something awakened. Not ego. So, Bhakya Vag Vyavartana. Swatma Sarupa Bhodika Iyam Idrushi Antarvani Kadapi Kasyavi Punya Purushasya Sravanam Upagacchati. Bhagavan Ramana Asmat Paramacharya Sri Maharshihi Eva Atra Nidarshanam. Who taught Ramana Maharshi? Which guru told him you are Brahman? My Parama Guru Ramana Maharshi is proof for this. Suddenly he thought, hey, क्या है, मैं मरने जा रहा हूँ क्या, मैं कौन, मरने वाला कौन है. ठीक है, मैं रोक दूंगा. I stop my breath. How much practice he must have done previous lives. He stopped his breath. शरीर जोड़ दिया. है, मैं तो हूँ. That means I am not the body. उठ गया, breath है गया. Oh. Then I must establish, when I got awakened, I know the truth now. Enough. Now let me be myself. Nidarshanam. Yo antasrutim dadhanaha. From inside, he heard that shruti. Antasruti dadhanaha. Shrutim dadhanaha. Ahameva tvam iti atmaswarupad Ahvayandim Vanim Anusrutya. Andar Shruti Mata told him, you are me, I am you. He followed that Vani. Tvamiti Atmaswarupad Ahvayandim. You are Atmaswarupa. That Vani invited him to inside, not outside. That Vanim Anusrutya Moolasthane Swayam Pratishtam Prapat. He followed that voice. Where is this voice coming from? I am not body, mind, intellect. You are not body. Realized. Don't think he's a mad, this guy.
I know.
So that awakening comes. Beautiful thing. So Guru Mukhat Shravanam Idrusha Shravanaya Kalpate iti Acharya Vachaha. So Acharya's husband, hearing directly from a Guru, eventually should lead us to this awakening, inner awakening. But what is happening in most for all of us? Listening to scriptures is actually, we are building up a huge, strong, impenetrable, ever expansive bubble of ego. The more I'm listening, more information, more comparison between speakers, between texts, between your own thinking, your understanding, and feeling I'm special. Everybody is a fool. So, unknowingly, this bubble is increasing. And that is a very strong bubble. This is what is happening. Actually, listening should lead us to silencing the mind, opening up ourselves to the voice of the inner Guru. That is not happening. Yesterday when Swami came, no? So yesterday I was busy. I said, I will not talk to you today. साल में एक बार आते हैं. बहुत सारे किताब voracious reader पढ़ते रहते हैं. तो मॉर्निंग ही स्वामी जी मैं चलो आप हम चर्चा थोड़ा करते हैं, आपसे बात करनी है. जी ब्रह्म. I said, स्वामी जी, I am not interested to discuss. आप अपने आप को जान लो. बस. Become peaceful. There is no end for this discussion. I put it off. जीव क्या होता है, ये होता है, वो होता है, परमात्मा, ये कब. चुप हो गए. आराम से बैठिए आप. मैंने पूछा नाश्ता किया? नाश्ता तो कर लिया, बहुत बढ़िया है. पैक कर लिया? हाँ पैक भी कर लिया. एक्सलेंट. बी प्रैक्टिकल. मन में सोचा क्या चर्चा कर, मुझे क्या मिलता है, उनको क्या मिलता है. अननेसेसरी हेड ऑन कोलिशंस. कोई फायदा नहीं है. आई एम नॉट इंटरेस्टेड. आई एम नॉट इंटरेस्टेड. तो इतने शिवरात्रि इतने लोग आए हैं, आप कुछ उन सबको योग सिखाओ, हमें मेडिटेशन सिखाओ. हम आज कुछ नहीं करेंगे. ये माहौल अलग है. सब लोग भक्त लोग आते हैं, भक्ति भाव प्रकट करते चले जाते हैं. आई एम नॉट इन ए मूड टू टीच देम एनीथिंग, नॉर दे आर इन ए मूड टू लिसन टू दैट. हमारा प्रोग्राम जो चलता है, आते हैं प्रसाद खाते हैं, मस्ती में रहो, भगवान का नाम लो, चले जाओ, पुण्य कमाओ. उस समय सबको बिठा के मैं कुछ सिखाऊं. हु इज इंटरेस्टेड टू लिसन टू होम? शांत. तो व्हाट आई सेड. सो इफ यू गुरुमुखात् श्रवणम ईदृश श्रवणाय कल्पते. If you really listening to Guru, it will lead to this kind of listening, internal listening. Iti acharya vachaha vedanta vakya shravanam shrotavya iti mumukshoho vidiyate. That's why this rule is given for a mumukshu. Please, you must listen to Vedanta. But it will lead you eventually to open up to listening to the inner voice. It is not because Vedanta Sravanam Jnana. देखो. So Paramartha Sravanam tu Ukta Lakshanam Bodhyam. The real listening is to be understood as it was declared above. ठीक है? This is Shravanam. So outside listening should facilitate us to become receptive to the inner voice. But what is happening is, more you listen. आपने रमण गीता सुना क्या? बेचारे वो पल्ली मूंगफली बेच रहे वहां पर. Who asked you to talk nonsense? Did he ask, what did you learn recent textbook? वो बेचारा अपने आप आके मैंने गीता पढ़ अध्याय कर बहुत बढ़िया है. नहीं ऐसा नहीं बोलते, अरे गीता तो ठीक है मगर रमण गीता सुन रहा. ईगो, यूर ईगो. I recommend when they ask some questions, Baba, ये question is answered Ramana Maharshi brilliantly. ये पता नहीं कौन सा अध्याय में लगता है, I think this talk. सुन लेना, सुनने डाउट फिर होगा तो बाद में देख लेंगे. They don't do homework. They want ready-made hot पकोड़ा. सुन के बताओ, बाद में चर्चा करेंगे. ऐसे कई लोगों को बोलता हूँ जो पूछते हैं ना, सुन के बताओ, सुनो पहले बाद में देख लेंगे. Nobody come back to me. So this is the best way to avoid people. Don't take everybody seriously. Because people come to us because they don't have anything to do. So time pass के लिए आश्रम आता है. ये सच है. 99.99 people visit temples और आश्रम. क्यों आए भाई? ऐसे समझे बोर हो रहा है घर पे. कुछ सेवा करो. Or anything to share your problems or anything to ask. So this Vedanta Shravanam should make you receptive to listen to the inner voice. Clarity you got now? What is Shravanam? Not comparing, मैंने ये सुन लिया, वो सुना, ये सुना, वो सुना. I don't know. ये पढ़ लिया, बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया. आपको सुनाओ? जरूर नहीं है. हाँ, मेरे हैप्पी तो. वदन्ति मननं केचित् शास्त्रार्थस्य विचारणं वस्तुतो मननं ताथा स्वरूपस्य विचारणं. Now what is mananam? See, listen now. 3 things. For the ajnana nasha. Ajnana means the ignorance of not knowing the subject, any subject, not ultimate avidya, ignorance. Shravanam is meant for that. So Shravanam, if you listen, basic fundamental ignorance will be removed. Ajnana nasha. Not moola jnanam. Shravanam. And there is also saying Shravanadeva, Jnanadeva, Shravanadeva, Moksham Bhavati, Jnanam Bhavati. Other different. Both are chircha. Then Mananam is for Samshaya Nivaranam. Manana means reflection. Shravanam to remove the basic ignorance of the subject. Mananam is, if you reflect, it should remove samshaya, that is doubt is removed. Doubts are removed by reflection. So mananartham samshaya nivrityartham. Mananam samshaya nivrityartham. Okay? So Shravana, purpose. Mananam, purpose. I told now. What about Nididhyasanam? But we'll see later on. Meditation, nididhyasana, simple thing, meditation, translated. Let us see later on. Meditation purpose kya hai? It is viparyaya nashaha. Viparyaya nashaha takes place. So Shravanam, basic ignorance is removed. Mananam, samshaya nivritti. That is, doubts are removed. And nididhyasanam, viparyaya nashaha. Viparyaya means contrary perception, contrary knowledge. You are Satchidananda Swarupa, but my experience is I am living only for dukkham. You are not in the body, body is in you. But my experience is I am in the body. You don't have birth and death, but my experience is birth and death. You are not limited, but my experience is limited. I am not stupid. I am jnani, but my experience is I am stupid. It's called contrary perception, viparyaya. So viparyaya nasha takes place through meditation. Nididhyasanam. Again, nididhyasan, maybe some people are given very the Shastra meanings are there, but even that Vyakhya also becomes so narrow and constricted. If you stuck up with one Siddhanta, if you stuck up, not follow. I follow this principle, this understanding, this method of sadhana. Fine. But instead of following, if you get stuck up with one Siddhanta, automatically you start disliking and hating everything else. Even today, there are some places where the latest hot burning is a topic in some state. Somebody commented. Well, somebody means not ordinary man. He has lakhs of people devotees. Vishnu is great. Shiva is inferior. Shankaracharya did not establish Ahamnaya Pithas. Shankara is a Shuddha Vaishnava. Only Ramanujacharya alone is Jagat Guru. Shankaracharya, he cannot be Jagat Guru. Who has lakhs of followers? A Pithadipati, somebody, not our Vaishnava. Not only you got stuck up, you divide the society efficiently. Burning topic right now. Lucky that fellow is limited to one state or two states, so Desh Bhar phaila nahi. Shaivites and Vaishnavites, war, even now it is going on. So if you stuck up with one method, one thing, and somebody, only Vedanta, no bhakti, no karma, no yoga, only stuck up. Then I asked somebody, well, what about Paramahamsa Yoganandaji, great? They also have attended. No, they are still dreaming and imaginations. Ho? देखो कहाँ तक पहुँच गया घमंड यार मूर्खता. So only you study Vedanta, then alone you realize. That too in this language only. Stuck up. Vedanta Vichara is there. But anyone, Vedanta not studied, but Vichara is same. That's what he said, no? Sravanam, in a language, local language, a guru can speak and inspire people. Then somebody commented, Bazaar Bhasha mein. ये क्या घमंड है? Just see how the society is. Why I am telling? Please don't get stuck up into these kinds of thoughts. I was sitting with Gurudev in Mulund in 1986. 87. So we are all going for Yajna Bhavato. There's put a small VIP lounge. Tent on the open Yajna thousands will come, open stage, canopy. बगल में जल्दी पहुंच गए तो गुरुदेव ट्रैफिक एंड ऑल ही विल सिट सोफा देयर आई आल्सो सेड एंड सैट आई वांटेड टू बी विद माय मोस्ट मास्टर बैठ गए देखा गुरुदेव बैठे हैं तो देन हार्डली 4 or 5 मेंबर्स ओनली मेरे को ऑर्गेनाइज तो एक वैष्णव बेटा है मेंबर वेरी गुड डिवोटी ऑफ गुरुदेव देखा प्यार से हंसा समझिए मैं आपके पास आया हूँ चरण ओए गोविंदा 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 नारायण 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 he blessed him went away then Gurudev turned make him happy if Shiva comes arara shambho 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 mahadev. People ask me also, आप चिन्मय मिशन में कौन सा भगवान को फॉलो करते हैं? मैं बोला गली गली में हमारे एक अलग अलग देवता होते हैं आश्रम आश्रम में नोएडा आ जाओ सब लोग वो पे मिल जाते तुमको सुपरमार्केट यू डोंट नॉट गो एनीवेयर इफ यू स्टक अप इन वन गॉन सो मननम इज संशय निवृत्ति निदिध्यास विपरीत भावना विपर्यय नाशः विपरीत भावना now what is mananam some say Bhagavan says vedanta shastrarthasya vastu swarupa pratipadana parasya vicharanam mananam iti ahuhu sampradaya vidah iti पूर्वार्धेन उक्तम फर्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ श्लोक में क्या कहा वदंती मननम केचित शास्त्रार्थस्य विचारणम सम पीपल से मननम इज व्हाट वस्तु स्वरूप प्रतिपादन परस्य विचारणम ऑल दोज स्टेटमेंट्स आर enquiry which expounds the true nature of self reflecting on those or on such sentences which reveal the nature of the Atman, reflecting on them, vicharanam, enquiry on them, is called mananam. Iti kechitaho sampradaya vidaha. Traditional meaning is this is mananam. So, सुन लिया आपने घर गए देन यू स्टार्ट इंक्वायरी मैंने इसका मतलब क्या इसका अर्थ क्या निकला इसका अर्थ क्या निकला इसका अर्थ क्या निकला गीता श्लोक उपनिषद श्लोक उपनिषद वेदांत स्पेशल व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ दिस स्टिल रिफ्लेक्टिंग थिंकिंग इंक्वायरिंग इसका मतलब क्या हो सकता है इसका मतलब अच्छा ऐसा all that reflecting is called mananam. Who say? Traditional acharyas. Vastavikam mananam too, but real mananam is swarupa vicharanam iti uttarardhena uktam. What is mananam is swarupa vicharanam. Enquiry into the self is mananam. फर्क हो गया? Yes, one is inquiry into the statements of Upanishads is mananam traditionally. Inquiring into who am I is real mananam. People, there are many people. But if you are not aware, you will get stuck up there only, in that flow. Just as mentioning. So I was sitting quietly. Somebody, even a Yuvakendra member also, I went one. That is the old lady now, very North Indian ke hi hai. Anyway, वो now become very old, I think. कभी कभी उसका नाम पे पता नहीं बुढ़ी हो गई अभी. हैदराबाद में मैं प्रवचन करने था और वन ऑफ आवर मेंबर्स ऐसे मिलने गए. वो आप चिन्मय मिशन के तब आई वाज ओनली युवा केंद्र मेंबर. पैंट शर्ट पहन के घूम रहा था. कॉलेज स्टडिंग डिग्री. बैठ गया था. बैठ जाओ. हाँ बेटा तुम्हारा नाम क्या? वो मेरे साथ जो भी है ग्रेट विराट गुरुदेव को सुन के हमारा बच गए हम दुनिया से. तो चलो चर्चा करते हैं. खुजली हो रही है क्या? चलो चर्चा करते हैं. चलो चर्चा शुरू करते हैं. तुम्हारा सिद्धांत, अपना सिद्धांत, तुम्हारा क्या सिद्धांत है आपका? हम से चर्चा करने नहीं आए हैं, हम आपको शक्ल देखने आए हैं. बस आपका आशीर्वाद दे दो, हम चले जाएंगे. प्रसाद मिलेगा तो दे दो, खा के जाएंगे. अरे चर्चा के लिए मैं सोच रही थी कि इसलिए मैं चिन्मय मिशन के अंदर बुला लिया आप दोनों को. सोचा कि चर्चा करेंगे. चर्चा करने की खुजली है तो और किसी से बुला लो. मौनम. That kind of thoughts we have transcended. So she was disappointed. It's required. Those whose minds are doubtful, disturbed, agitated, samskara is not strong, for them it is all required. But all that cannot be called as mananam. Shastriya artha meaning of mananam is different. Ramana Maharshi says, Swarupa vicharanam iti uttarena. Swarupa vicharastu shastra vicharad anyaha. Swarupa vicharanam, enquiry into the self, is different from enquiry into the statements of the scriptures. Thus, we have said in the first chapter only. Swamiji, forget about it. The 15th chapter chal raha hai. First chapter only we discovered. It was told that enquiry into the self is different from enquiry into the statements of the scriptures. Are you getting clarity? पाक ये दोनों अलग अलग है. हाँ, enquiry into the scriptural statements is necessary when my mind is extremely disturbed and I am not fit enough to inquire who am I. Because mind is agitated, highly agitated, extroverted. अब तब who am I? I may not be in a position to start that. Though Bhagavan says, don't worry, even in that condition we can inquire, but not all capable. Therefore, my vasana is Shastra vasana. Go ahead, okay, study. But that you don't claim it as mananam, according to Ramana Maharshi. Swarupa vicharanam is different from Shastra vichara. So traditional acharyas say, Shastra vichara is mananam. Bhagavan Ramana says Swarupa vicharanam is real mananam. So, okay. Anyatra cha vyakyatam. Other place also. Upasana nama ayam vicharaha swarupa prapakaha. This is upasana. What is upasana? Inquiry into who am I is real upasana. This is another upasana, internal, आंतरिक उपासना. बाहर उपासना रिक्वायर्ड. बाबा जो गलत मत समझ ना घर का ना घाट का हो जाओगे ये तो. हाँ बहुत बढ़िया है, बहुत बढ़िया है. दिस इज सपोर्टिंग माई लेजीनेस. नहीं, वेरी डेंजरस. और प्रेजेंट भारती तीर्थ स्वामी श्रृंगेरी पीठम, इनके गुरु अभिनव विद्या तीर्थ स्वामी. आई सा बोथ ऑफ दम दर्शन व्हेन आई वाज अ चाइल्ड. दूर से शंकर मठ में जाके नमस्कार. ग्रेट महात्मा, एनलाइटेंड बीइंग. So they used to do every day Rudrabhishekam. Petam moves. In Kanchi Chandramaulishwar Puja, Peta Shankara Puja has to do Abhishekam, has to go. हमारा नॉलेज क्या कि कुछ भी नहीं है उनके सामने. But they do this regularly. All people will sit. Hundreds of them will sit in Shankar Mat. दूर से बैठ के महात्मा को देखते थे. शिवलिंग दिखाई नहीं देता, छोटा है, तो आगे बैठे दिखता है. So he used to do. Pithapati has to do. So Bharati Swami used to sit and then help him. Chanting, पंडित्स करते रहते हैं. While listening to Rudra mantras, he would enter into samadhi. The Rudram is everything is Rudram. Enter into samadhi, हाथ used to stop like this in between. आंख बंद करके चले जाते थे. If I am demonstrating and the way you are seeing, imagine to those people who really seeing that every time they used to see. And chanting और अभिषेक रुक जाता था, लेट हो जाता था लोगों को. Then he told his disciple, my dear, I will not be able to do this puja now. You continue, I will sit. And it will draw. That means, till then you have to do upasana. हाँ 4-5 साल किया, मुझे लगता है कि मैं आई एम फिट फॉर ज्ञानम, तो छोड़ दिया. तू कौन है डिसाइड करने वाला? गुरु ने बोला क्या? Who initiated you into upasana? Guru. Then who should tell you to stop? हाँ गुरु वो तो नहीं है. गुरु नहीं है मैंने फिजिकली नहीं, वो तो है ना, ध्यान करो, वो जवाब देगा अंदर से. If you stop, you will carry guilt and you have to justify. If you don't stop, it is stopped on its own. No guilt, no justification. यही प्रमाण है. I understand it a little deeper, no? So, mananam, you see, people those who mananam do it, but that is not real mananam. Don't be happy with it. Swarupa vicharanam, swarup prapakaha, prag vyakhyata lakshano yena vina siddhi naiva syat. Without that internal mananam, siddhi cannot take place. Siddhi means establishing oneself in one's own self. Will never take place without this kind of mananam. Swarupa chintanam, vicharanam. Shastra vicharanam is mananam iti kechid acharyaha vadanti. Ramana Maharshi tu Shastra vicharanam, Atma Swarupa vichar, sorry. Swarupa vicharanam eva mananam. iti Ramana Maharshi. Upadesha. Maharshi hai Upadesha. So therefore, Shastra Vicharat, what is that? Vicharat. Sarupa Vicharanam is different from Shastra Vicharanam. ठीक है? Clear now? That is Mananam. Without that Mananam, you will not get realization. You will only सोचते रहते hey, I got a beautiful thought. इसका मैं व्याख्या करूंगा, सुन लेना आप. बहुत बड़ी, अरे क्या गुरुजी क्या व्याख्या किया है, आ हा हा हा, ओ गुरु भी खुश, चेले भी खुश. ठीक है? I'll ask you one question. While living, you observe your own life, your own mind. Are you dealing with people with complications, rigidity, uneasiness, with hatred, dislike? How do you deal with the world, people around you? Morning till evening. How do you look at a stranger on the road? How do you look at a beggar on the road? That time, what is your awareness? You may give, you may not give. I am not asking all that. What is your awareness? While eating good food, where are you? Are you aware? Of course, enjoy. Are you aware of it? Or are you lost in it? These are not to be answered. They are introspective questions. No. So where is this? Where are you? At least you should put one step towards enlightenment before your body falls off. Or stay there only and gather wool. My uncle used to say, wool gathering. The rolling stone gathers no moss. It is wool gathering. Who cares what your wisdom is? Ishvara doesn't care. Guru doesn't bother. People around you never interested in you. Animals don't understand you. Earth and planets are all say, हमारा काम करने हो भाई. You came under my influence, our influence. हमें क्या करना है? So why this exaggerated self-importance which we give? Because of all these things, real mananam is not happening. Only Shastra Vicharanam is happening. Swarupa Vicharanam doesn't happen. Clear? So far, what is Shravanam? What is Mananam? Now Nididhyasanam. Viparyasena rahitam samshayena cha manada kaischit brahmatma vijnanam nididhyasana muchyate. Viparyasena rahitam samshayena cha manada kaischit brahmatma vijnanam nididhyasana muchyate. Manada. Ramana Maharshi addressed the questioner as what? Manada. Mana dene wala. Mana abhimana nahi. Mana respect, honor, gaurav. सबको गौरव प्रदान करने वाला, ऐसा करके संबोधन किया. Manada means what? Oh my dear. Oh my dear. The one who gives respect to all. ये है तुम्हारा. Okay? Now, Manada, my dear, Manam dadati iti Manadaha, tasya sambodhanam. You give respect to all. सबको आदर देने वाला है तू. ऐसा गुरु ने उनको संबोधन किया. अन्यान मानयति इति हेतोहो स्वयं माननीयः. Very beautiful thing. When you are honoring and respecting others, it means you are honoring yourself. When you respect others, you are respecting yourself. Why? Why? Because I am respecting myself only. I am in that form. I am in that form. I am in this form. I am in the form of a flower. I am in the form of a... So Mahatmas handle with care everything. They don't, they see the beauty everywhere. They don't harm anyone, not anyone, anything also. Even animal also they don't harm. Or animal, flowers, nothing. They don't. Once Gurudev was there, we were all waiting for him to come from airport in the guest host house. Everybody not invited, no whole Janata, only some people. About 20-30 people gathered. So, अच्छा घर है. Entry, car parking, huge area. Car park करेंगे. The moment he enters into that, वहाँ से लेकर के beautiful pathway of rose petals. Maybe 1 feet, 1.5 feet for Gurudev to walk on that. Beautiful red carpet welcome, red roses, so much spread. No thorns and all, beautiful. Big one, यहाँ से वहाँ तक जो कुछ दूर है. Gurudev saw that beautiful rose flowers. So he put one leg and other leg, and those legs either side of that, and he walked like this, without stepping on to the. I don't want to disturb the beauty of this. With that action, I learned many things. So they give respect and honor to every being, everything. They honor Mother Earth, they honor Devatas, they honor Prakriti. To them, there is nobody lower. नौकरानी है, ऐसे खड़े रहो तो गार्ड है, अपना तमीज से बात करो. दिस काइंड ऑफ. वो तमीज से बात नहीं कर रहा है आपसे because you never respected him. If you had respected him, they would respect. So if you honor others, you are honoring yourself. हाँ, कोई मुझे गौरव नहीं देता, सम्मान, mother-in-law, daughter-in-law. So only daughters-in-law come to him, so mother-in-law. So mother-in-law, daughter-in-law. But you respect others. Listen, you have fixed notions. तुम सुधरेगी नहीं जन्म में. नहीं, मैं वो ये थी, मैं वो था, ये था. When I was commanding my unit, everybody used to salute me. भाई, तो रिटायर हो गया. I am a professor or I am a lawyer, सब लोग सुनते मेरे बात है. ये क्या घमंड है? So when you honor others, others honor you. When you love others, others love you. Therefore, Anyan manayati iti hetoho. There's a reason, cause. Because of this reason, cause, swayam mananiyaha. So Bhagavan Ramana addressed the question as what? Hey Manada. Oh my dear, the one who gives sabko samman dene wala. Athava manam swabhimanam jati khandayati. Or one who always becomes aware of his own swabhimana and it khandayati. No, I will not let that pride come, self-pride. Self-pride should not come. Khandayati. Uchinna swabhimana iti yavat. Meaning, one who completely uprooted his swabhimana, pride from his heart. Ma kuru dhana jana yauvana garuvam. तीनों सब dhana, jana, yav. Dhana means wealth and prosperity, position. Jana, or followers. Yavana, health. Even old people also feel they are very young. Harati nimeshat kala sarvam. देखते देखते स्वामी जी मैं 75वां साल हो गई, कंप्लीट कर दिया. अरे वाह, वेरी गुड. अरे पता ही नहीं चला इतने जल्दी खत्म हुआ. अच्छा ठीक है, मरने वाले इतने जल्दी. हाँ अच्छा, मैं याद दिलाओ मत, मैं जूँगी हमेशा, मैं चिरंजीवी रहूँगी. क्या चिरंजीवी रहेगी, क्या करोगे दुनिया को परेशान करते करते. I met one family. I used to teach them some Vedic Purush Shuktam, Sri Shuktam. Two little girls and one son. All bachche, teen. Father was Hindi teacher. Mother was Baliyar Sevika. Somewhere, I am talking of 91. 35 साल, 36 साल पुराना. I don't know where they are. I said, forgot. Suddenly I got a call. Swamiji, I am so and so. I said, who are you first of all? No, I am that, my name. Who will remember you? Swami, 35 years back, we used to come to the house. Who are you? Okay, my father's name. Oh, yeah, I am his daughter. Oh my God. Oh, 45 years के बाद बात कर रही हो. Ah, yes. My father has got paralytic attack and I am looking after him. I am also divorcee now, but then father take care of. Next time you come to this place, please come and visit us. Okay, I went. One wheelchair. I was so happy. Then where is your mother? Swamiji, they are all disciples of one Mahayogini, Siddhapurusha. Mahayogini. Always, once in a year, she used to come out of the room. 1 year tapasya. Bad disciple. So my mother said, the moment 2 girls are job and 2 are married, son also got a job. She said, I know nothing else to do in this world now. I am leaving. करके 2 महीने से बोल रही थी पहले, मैं छोड़ के जाने वाली हूँ, बस थोड़ा जा रही हूँ, जल्दी जा रही हूँ. ऐसे प्रिपेयर करके छोड़ के चली गई. 1 वीक में, सॉरी. मेरा काम कुछ है ही नहीं यहाँ पे, क्या करना है, चल मैं जा रही हूँ, चले. मेरा काम हो गया, आप बच्चे को आप संभाल लेना, आप अपने आप को, बस जाओ, चले गई. She used to give us food also, youngsters and all youth. Breakfast, चाय, वह सब मंगा के खाते थे. Question is, Abhimana kills us actually. So, Uchinna Swabhimana iti yavat. That's how Bhagavan Ramana, in one word, he addressed the student like that, questioner. Now, Kaichit Shastrajnaihi, Kaichit means, Kaischit Shastrajnaihi Viparyasena Viparyayena Anyatha Grahana Rupena Virodhena iti yavat. Samshayena Sandehena Cha Rahitam Vivarjitam. Now, what Viparyaya? I said, some people Kaischit. Some people. What they say? Shastrajnaihi. Some Shastrajna learned people, Pandits. How do they give my meaning? Viparyaya, contrary knowledge, and samshayena, these two words. Viparyasena, viparyayena, anyatha grahana rupena. Anyatha grahanam. Means contrary grahanam. जो जैसा है, you don't know, you are seeing it something other than that. Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya, Jagat Satyam Brahma Mithya. For us. देखो, Aham Sachidanandaha, Ayo, I am Dukkamayaha. Think. So our experience is quite contrary. Anyatha Grahanam. Everything you hold in your mind as something contrary to what it is. Like a snake is seen on the rope. Contrary perception. Why? Rope is jada. Snake is chetana. Rope doesn't move. Snake moves. Rope is harmless. Snake is poisonous. See, quite opposite, no? Snake causes fear. Rope doesn't fear you. You are afraid of rope. No, sir, snake, not afraid of rope. See how many differences are there. Contrary perception. Think. Rope is totally harmless, so don't worry. Snake is totally harmful, so run away. See that. Rope doesn't give you horripilations or fear and etc. Sorry, the bukar and sweating and heartbeat. Rope doesn't do. Snake does it. Quite opposite, no? That's called Viparyaya Jnanam. Jabardast hai. So therefore, Viparyayena Anyadagram Virodhena iti yavat. Samshayena, Sandehena cha, Rahitam, Vivarjitam. So, some Shastra learned when there is no Samshaya and when there is no Viparyaya Jnanam, Anyatha Grahanam or contrary perception, absence of these two, Vivarjitam, Brahma Atma Vijnanam, Brahma Eva Atma Tasya Vijnanam, Nischaya Buddhyatmakam Jnanam, Nididhyasanam Uchyate. Oh, now I understood it. What is that Shastra Pandit says? No samshaya that I am Brahman. Shastra pad liya, no doubt. Logic, reasoning, perfect, no doubt. I am not. The Shastra believed, so I am not the body, etc. Okay. And I contemplated upon Shastric, Upanishadic, this one. Then I understood. Brahmatmaikya Vijnanam. Oh, and clearly understood. Brahma eva Atma. That thus buddhi mein nischayata aa gayi. Nischaya buddhi. Buddhi became very convinced. No doubt. I have no doubt. I am Brahman. बहुत बढ़िया है. कैसे प्राप्त किया? बस no samshaya, no viparyaya jnana. I can clearly see I cannot be this. Buddhi is convinced. Buddhi becomes sthirata. Oh. Nischaya buddhyatmakam jnanam nididhyasanam uchyate. So the firm conviction is called as nididhyasanam. According to the acharyas, Vedanta Shastrajna acharyas. Nididhyasanam nihi purvakasya dhyatehe darshanartham sannantat lyuti pare nididhyasanam iti rupam siddham. This is all vyakarana. Ni is added to dhyasa. Dhyasa is, giving respect or regard or focus. Didhyasa, good regard, good perfect. Nischayena, with firm conviction. So I am Brahman, firm conviction, I am able to stay there. So that's what. That's called is desiring or holding the mind intensely on that truth without any samshaya is called nididhyasanam. I am convinced. Like, for example, this way goes to Badrinath. No doubt. I am convinced. Even somebody can come and try to confuse me. I am not going to be confused. मैं जानता हूँ ये रास्ता वहीं ले जाएगा. 1,000 people may come and tell me. I said I will not agree. You are coming to Noida ashram. Somebody, sector 37 नहीं है, इसमें इस गली में आश्रम नहीं है. You believe? भगवान खुद आके ब्रह्मा जी बोलेगा तो ब्रह्मा जी आप बहुत थक गए होंगे, नींद की गोली खा के कल सवेरे मिलना, तब सब कुछ ठीक हो जाता है. I know ashram is in this sector only, here only, in this street only. Conviction. No doubt. So therefore, nididhyasanam, that is called nidhyatum ishanam vidrukshanam iti yavat. That is the clearly seeing it, what it is. Didrukshanam. Didrukshanam means clearly vision in the mind, in the buddhi, without any doubt. Clarity, seeing as it is, buddhi mein. It is called nididhyasanam, as per the Shastra. So, viparyasena rahitam samshayena cha yadyapi शास्त्रीयम ऐक्य विज्ञानम केवलम नानुभूयते. यद्यपि विपर्यासेन संशयेन च रहितम तज्ज्ञानम, that conviction which is devoid of viparyasa, contrary understanding and doubt, tathapi, even then, kevalam shastriyam aikya jnanam anubhutaye na bhavati iti yojana. Your conviction in the intellect and the doubt-free mind does not translate into experience. That is why a lot of people are frustrated. हाँ, I have no doubt. पूरा shrewd, शास्त्र पूरा पढ़ लिया. Who is Jiva? Who is Ishvara? Everything. I don't have to listen to anybody. पूरा खत्म हो गया. बस निधिध्यासन करो, बस वही कन्विक्शन हो गया. मैं कर रहा हूं, कितने बार करूं, डाउट ही नहीं, आई ब्रह्मन, बस ठीक है. उसके आगे कहां जाए? कुछ हो नहीं रहा है. नहीं गुरु, नहीं कुछ हो नहीं रहा है, थॉट होल दो, कुछ होगा भी नहीं, यू आर ब्रह्मन. इट्स ऑल, बट इट डजंट सैटिस्फाई यू, नो. ब्रह्म में कुछ नहीं होता, जो होता प्रकृति में होता है, जो होता है प्रवृत्ति में होता है. तू है जो है वो है, जैसा है जो वैसा रहो, वैसा दारू पीते रहता हूँ वैसा रहो. सो द एक्चुअल फ्रस्ट्रेशन बिगिंस. So many came to Gurudev, so many people, frustration began. But कितना, कब तक उस शास्त्र वही सुनते रहो. एक बात, कितनी बार सुनते रहोगे रामायण? न तो चित्तस्य लालनम. Actually, we are only creating an entertaining field for the mind by listening to some kind of stories again and again. मजा आ रहा है, और एक बार सुनाओ. और कथा सुनते जाओ, मजा आता है. बट कन्वर्ट दैट इनटू, आई एम नॉट क्रिटिसाइजिंग एनीथिंग, बट डोंट स्टक अप एनीवेयर. बोलो राम कथा, अरे उन्होंने ऐसा कहा, उन्होंने ऐसा कहा, सुनते आए हूँ, करोड़ बार सुना हूँ, मजा आया, सत्संगी हूँ मैं. But has it given you real? I don't know. Maya is so powerful, it makes you feel happy. Or I got this darshan of वो झलक दिख गया, वो झलक दिख गया, इनको यहाँ पे देख लिया, उनको देख लिया. But okay, are you happy? Somebody went to Jiddu Krishnamurti and said, the satsang mein. But what? This is what he said. This is my head. Sir, are you contented in the present right now? Are you full and feeling happy, contented? No. Then change. Why should I change? My thinking, my logic, my thinking, my knowledge. Are you quite happy and contented? No. Then change. If you're already realized, will you come to class here? Therefore, kevalam shastra vicharajanyam brahmatmaikya vijnanam anubhavaya na prabhavati iti bhavaha. Mere shastra listening and conviction in shastras will not give you experience. Again, this word, no, Vedanta कहते, there is no vritti, अनुभव त्रिपुटी नहीं है, तो आए वो है. But किसको बेवकूफ बना रहे भाई? Are you happy? Are you happy? Are you contented? Are you awakened? That's what masters ask. Why do you play false games? So we are cheating ourselves. Avijñāte pare tattve shastrādītistu nishpala. Vijñāte pare tattve shastrādītistu nishpala. All the shastra buddhi, shastra knowledge is useless without awakening. After awakening also, shastra is redundant. So before awakening, shastra is useless. After awakening, shastra is useless. Therefore, shastra give up, अब गड़बड़ हो जाएगी. But don't think it is the end. That's what very clear. Therefore, now what is that now? Samshayasya viparyaso, that we will say from 10th verse tomorrow. We'll explain. What is nididhyasanam? Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Hari Om Satgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai.